Welcome everybody back to Rob's MetalWorks. We are here in Austin at the Empire Room to support the We Sold Our Souls for Metal tour, and it brings me great pleasure to welcome a man, the legend, the main vox behind Soulfly. I have with me Mr. Max Cavalera. Sir, welcome to the program. How are you doing?
Good to be here. Great introduction.
Max, I'm giddy to be here with you, man. You are such a legend and such a presence in heavy music and have been for so many years, you know, and you still continue to deliver the goods, man.
We try, you know. It's I love to stay busy, and everybody that knows me knows I love metal and breathe metal 24 hours a day. Listen to new bands and going on tour. I love touring, man, you know, and this is just the beginning of the Archangel World Tour. We have another tour with Crowbar after this one, and then we go to Europe, Australia, South America, and then back to the States. But it's this tour is so good, man, you know. It's like we're having the best time. Great lineup. Mike's playing bass with us now,
and we're gonna talk about that.
Zion is doing great on drums. Rizzo is killing on the leads, you know, so we're all feeling good and just going every night out there and just doing our thing. And again, you know, it's pretty intense, energetic, but really fun.
Yeah. Let's talk about Archangel. Okay, your latest Nuclear Blast release came out a few months ago, back in August. Definitely fans have kind of jumped on this CD right away, and it seems like, you know, Soulfly has consistently been releasing kind of records every year or every 2 years, and it seemed to many fans that, you know, Max and Soulfly they're turning up the brutality. It kind of seems like you had transitioned initially from some of the tribal and kind of groovy stuff to now some really just straight ahead brutal stuff. Even with what you're doing with your vocals, it sounds a lot more like deathy and brutal. Can you talk a little bit about some of that transition? Why has that kind of transition happened for you? Has your taste kind of changed, or what's happening there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm really attracted to extreme metal. I like the power and the energy of it, and you know, I think, you know, Soulfly is very interesting because it's our 10th album, you know, so we had to do something different, you know. So I thought Archangel had biblical themes that I never worked with it before. The cover had the Archangel Michael, and it was really cool, man. It was work first time with Matt Hyde, great producer, and then we had some really great guests like Todd from Nails on Sodomites, and Matt from King Parrot on Live Life Hard, and yeah, it came out really cool. I love the record. I think Zion's doing really good on Archangel. It's playing a lot better than he did on Savages, and as far as why it gets heavier, I can't. That's just me. You know, I just love the heavy stuff. I can't get rid of it, and you know, all the stuff I touch end up getting. You know, Cavalera got heavier. You know, Killer BQ is the only exception. It's kind of like more melodic because it has the other, you know, guys that can sing on it. But as far as my stuff, I just love getting heavier and heavier, and you know, I might do a record that goes back to the tribal stuff in the future. Sure. That's been in a kind of like on the back of my mind to do it, but for now I've been very happy with these records I've been releasing, like the kind of extreme metal coming out and making his presence felt. It feels really good.
I want to talk a little bit about something you just alluded to, you know, some of the biblical themes regarding Archangel. You know, and obviously, you know, when you read books like, you know, the Bible or the Old Testament, obviously lots of great stories in there. What was it about the Old Testament that kind of inspired you?
Well, I was motivated. Actually, the kind of idea, the light went on. It was actually from Behemoth, from the song Blow Your Trumpets, Gabriel, which is a really kind of a biblical song, you know, and I thought it was really cool how they did it, and I was like, man, this is cool. We need to explore that. I want to go little deeper on that. So I started messing around, reading a lot about the Old Testament, and then I wrote Sodomites, which is like one of the heaviest songs on the album. And then we wrote Archangel, Bethlehem's Blood, but I didn't want the whole record to be all biblical, so I wrote some stuff like We Sold Our Souls to Metal, Live Life Hard, Mother of Dragons, that were not really biblical. So it's kind of a mix of both, you know. So, but I really like that kind of stuff because some of those songs, like We Sold Our Souls to Metal, are just paying tribute to be a metalhead, just proud to be metal, and you know.
It's a great anthem, man.
Yeah, you know, we got everybody singing every night. We start a show with that every night,
Sweet.
It felt good, you know. So, but I can really, I think there's a lot of really cool stuff in the biblical stuff too, especially Matt Hyde with the sounds that. It was a killer team. I worked with Matt Hyde, the Eliran Cantor doing the cover. And the way I think the riffs even on Archangel are more, almost like some of them are black metal kind of riffs and death metal type and kind of like Middle Eastern a little bit, man, like really, really exotic, you know. So it was a fun record to make. I really enjoyed it. I think a lot of people, we are playing 7 songs out of the record right now, so it's quite a lot for a new record. We never done that before, so first time, and the crowd is loving it, so it's really good.
Now, you know, everybody knows you're originally from Brazil, which is a predominantly kind of Catholic kind of nation. As a young person, or in your early youth, was your family kind of very Catholic based? Were you familiar at all with some of the content of the scripture?
Yeah, you know, we grew up Catholic. In fact, I was baptized in the Vatican. My dad arranged that for me when I was 9 years old. The catacombs, you know, it was really trippy and a real crazy story. And my mother's religion is actually Candomblé, which is African Brazilian mix, kind of like voodoo a little bit. So it's a bit different. They use the same saints as Catholic, but they have different names, you know.
Like my mom, when I would get sick, me curaba con un huevo. You know, if I did your mom ever do that?
Yeah, man. You
That's kind of voodoo-ish.
Yeah, so it's all mixed up, you know. So, and it's funny because my first works were more satanic, like the Sepultura, Morbid Visions, Basha Devastation is like the big devil embraced the church, the crucifixion with a bunch of devils, you know, and it's like I always been intrigued by that world, you know, like it's really exotic, you know, world, the biblical world, you know, and the stories are great too, like Sodomites and the Bethlehem stories, and you know, some of them are a little bit too crazy to believe, like Jonah inside of a whale, you know. It's come on, man, you know, that didn't really happen, right? You know, but some of the other stuff, it's really, you know, I love watching the History Channel.
I saw one where they almost thought they found the city of Sodom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They didn't know for sure.
Yeah. So, you know, messing with it, and it was really good with metal, like a song like Sodomites that a lot of people like on this record. Came out really good, man. It's really it's powerful, heavy, good lyrics, really, you know, really kind of like bloody, brutal, goes good with metal, you know. So it was a fun experience messing with that kind of stuff.
Every time I hear that song, I hear something new. There's so much sonic landscape going on.
Yeah, we try. The layers and layers of stuff, you know.
Cool. I want to talk about something that you mentioned earlier. Okay, people know that Zion, your son, came on as your full-time drummer during Savages, and you know Zion's a young guy, you know, and obviously you know he grew up with you. We all know he grew up with you on the road and stuff. Has having him in the band brought something new to you, or how have you felt about approaching kind of some music? Has he kind of said, hey Dad, let's get a little faster here, or let's get a little more brutal, or you know, because he's a young guy, young people are very aggressive, you know. What have kind of been your thoughts on his kind of acclimation into the band?
A lot of energy, you know. He brought a lot of young energy, and which I really love, and I think his playing is really cool too. It's very almost like a beast, like an animal. You know, it's like really kind of out of control,
Yeah.
and it's cool. I like that. You know, I feed off on that, and I think it's really good for the shows. And the other thing that he does that's really wild, that he doesn't play the same part again every night. Every night is different. He plays every song different every night.
Wow.
Which is trippy. I don't know how he does it.
Like a different fill or something like that?
A different feel, a different part every night.
Wow.
You know, it's like, I don't know how he does it. He just does it, but it's like incredible. And so we have a really cool lineup now with Mike now in the band.
Yeah.
Mike feeling like a glove, man.
Let's talk about Mike Leone too, because I mean, a lot of people know him from his Havoc days. But actually, when I found out he was in the band, I said, man, you know, because I know Mike's a great bass player too.
I think it was like perfect. Soulfly was perfect for him. He was perfect for Soulfly. You know, the stuff he's doing, he play bass with his hands. You know, he doesn't use picks. And some of the parts, some of the songs like Primitive, it's very rhythmic. You know, it's a lot of tribal rhythms, and so he's doing slap bass on top of that.
Yeah.
And I actually gave him a little. Every night I do a little bit of introduction for him to the fans, and I have him play a little bit for the fans. The fans go crazy. They really like it, you know, and it's just a cool dude. And he's got hair, so I found somebody I can headbang with now.
Yeah.
Because Tony didn't have hair.
Yeah.
So that's we have a headbang, you know, thing going on between me and him. Like
Sweet.
almost like every night we go together and we do our headbanging section.
And Mike is a good performer. I've seen him perform. Very good performer on stage.
A lot of energy, man. You know,
Yeah.
it brought up the energy of Soulfly a notch. You know, so with Zion playing like a wild animal, you know, Mark's always Mark. He's always jumping, always electric. And now we have you know, Mike doing his thing, and he's also helping with backing vocals.
Sweet.
So it's a really full, dynamic, full-on Soulfly lineup that's really killer.
Max, will you do any videos for the CD? And if you have, if you're thinking about some kind of, you know, what song might you want to do a video for?
Yeah, we did one for Archangel. It was a 360 video, which was like a camera that you can use your hand and move around.
Oh, okay.
It was really kind of cool, like a new technology that they did. They did a lyric video for Sodomites. They did a lyric video for We Sold Our Social Metal, and they're doing a lyric video for Titans.
Oh, sweet.
And I was hoping that we get one more video. That would be my wish. I would love to do Ishtar Rising or something like that. You know, like or even Live Life Hard. You know, like do another cool full on video. But I don't know. We have to wait till next year to see how that goes.
Awesome, Max. Thank you so much for your time this evening. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Any last words for the people around the world in Texas who will see this interview?
Stay metal, motherfuckers. You know, keep it up. I want to thank everybody that came to the show. Great crowd. I love Texas. I love coming here. You know, I have huge admiration for the Texans fans. They're great. They're hardcore. They love it. You know, it's always full on here, man. You know, so yeah, stay metal, stay heavy. We'll see you on the road.
We love you too, Max. We love you too, man. You are our Latino metal godfather, man. And I hope to continue to see you and support you for many, many years, sir. We love you very much. Remember, everybody out there, you saw the man, Max Cavalera, right here on Rob's MetalWorks. Be sure to go pick up the latest from the band. It's called Archangel, Soulfly, only on Rob's MetalWorks.